Hey guys, Isaac Phillips here, and thank you for clicking on this video. So with the success of my video on the first movie, and with the fifth movie about to be released, I decided to review this movie. So without further ado, let's get into it. And P.S. Sorry for such a long wait. My computer has been weird. So Toy Story 2 kicks off with Buzz Lightyear flying to an alien planet to locate the Emperor Zurg's fortress. And in this scene, we get 2 Star Wars references in 1 minute. So Buzz finds the entrance to Zurg's fortress, and we get both a Star Wars reference and a 2001 A Space Odyssey reference.
So, we meet again, Buzz Lightyear, for the last time.
So Zurg kills Buzz, and we see that it was just a video game all along. And I will say, that's some very nice graphics for an NES game. Also, quick side tangent, I understand how one of the ABXY buttons is the fire button, but why is the D-pad used as a jump button?
Look at my little arms! I can't press the fire button and jump at the same time!
Anyways, tangent over, let's move on. So Woody is preparing to go to cowboy camp with Andy, but he doesn't know where his hat is. But his friends reassure him that everything will be alright.
Don't worry, Woody. In just a few hours, you'll be sitting around a campfire with Andy making delicious hot schmoes.
They're called s'mores, Buzz.
They do find Woody's hat, and now it's time for cowboy camp. But not before Andy plays with his toys one last time. He plays with his toys and accidentally tears Woody's arm, and thus leaves Woody behind. While depressed, Woody dreams that Andy returns from cowboy camp and throws Woody away. Not gonna lie, this scene is kinda creepy. First, Andy speaks in a very creepy monotone way.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Second, the dismembered toy parts grabbing Woody and dragging him down is kind of creepy. After he wakes up, he discovers a toy penguin named Wheezy, whose squeaker is broken and has been left on the shelf ever since. They soon figure out that a yard sale is happening. In preparation for the yard sale, Andy's mom takes a bunch of old toys and board games to sell, including Wheezy. Desperate, Woody summons Buster the dog, and they head to the yard sale. His rescue mission is successful, but Woody falls off of Buster. A toy collector named Al McWiggin finds him and sneaks him out of the yard sale and into his car. Buzz tries to catch up with Al, but he falls off the car. The toys then have a meeting where they discuss the crime scene.
Direction. Your eyes are in backwards. It went the other way.
Hey, put a cork in.
How do you spell FBI?
My crime scene.
While the toys are having their meeting, Buzz is busy decoding Al's license plate. He then discovers that Al is the chicken man from the Al's Toy Barn commercial from earlier in the movie.
Etch, draw that man in a chicken suit.
It's the Chicken Man!
The gang then set out to rescue Woody. We then cut back to Woody in Al's office. It is here where we meet the characters Jesse, Bullseye, and Stinky Pete. They show Woody that he and the others are part of a series called Woody's Roundup. They then tell Woody that they are being sold to a toy museum in Japan. Woody, however, does not want to go to Japan since he wants to get back to Andy, much to the other toys' dismay. Their argument is interrupted by Al entering the room to take pictures of the toys. However, as Al takes Woody out of his case, his arm falls off. He calls someone to help fix Woody, but he can only fix him in the morning. Later that night, Woody tries to quietly get his arm back from Al. However, someone turns on the TV, waking up Al. Woody blames Jesse. Jesse denies it.
You calling me a liar?
Well, if the boot fits.
Say that again.
If the boot fits.
Okay, cowboy.
The next morning, Buzz and the others see Al's toy barn across the street. There is a problem, however.
Oh well, we tried.
They then cross the street by putting on traffic cones as disguises, which causes the oncoming traffic to crash. Mr. Potato Head almost gets crushed by a pipe thing on top of a truck. We then cut back to Al's apartment, where the toy cleaner arrives to clean Woody. In a very well-animated sequence, the cleaner not only fixes Woody's arm, but he also polishes Woody and paints over the boot with Andy's name on it. We then see the other toys exploring Al's toy barn, looking for Woody. The toys head one way, but Buzz gets distracted by the Buzz Lightyear aisle. He encounters another Buzz with the new Star Command belt. New Buzz thinks Buzz is an AWOL Space Ranger and locks him up in one of the boxes. The other toys encounter the Barbie aisle, where tour guide Barbie gives them a guide of the toy store. They find new Buzz, and, thinking it's the original Buzz, they drive off in search of Woody. Back at Al's apartment, Al is busy monopolizing off of his newfound wealth.
It's like printing my own money.
Woody, however, wants to leave. He says goodbye to Jessie, who then proceeds to sing an actually depressing song about how she was once loved by a child until she got too old and forgot about her. This convinces Woody to stay behind. Back at Al's toy barn, Buzz breaks out of the box and searches for the rest of the gang. The rest of the gang find Al in his office and hear that he plans on taking Woody to Japan. They decide to stow away in Al's bag and hitch a ride back to where Al lives. Real Buzz sees them and quietly follows them, but in doing so, knocks over a bunch of boxes, one of which has an Emperor Zurg toy, which starts chasing him. The other toys decide to use the air vents as a way to sneak up to Al's apartment. They also climb up the elevator shaft. They then reach Al's penthouse and find Woody. Real Buzz also finds them and tries to convince them that he is the real Buzz.
So, who's the real Buzz?
I am! Don't let this imposter fool you! He's been trained by Zurg himself to mimic my every move.
Woody then tells them that he plans on staying with the Roundup gang in Japan. Buzz tries to convince Woody that being a toy is a lot better than being a collector's item.
Somewhere in that pat of stuffing is a toy who taught me that life's only worth living if you're being loved by a kid. And I traveled all this way to rescue that toy because I believed him.
Well, you wasted your time.
Later, Woody watches an episode of Woody's Roundup and sees a kid playing with Woody on the show. This scene causes Woody to realize that although he cannot stop Andy from growing up, he still wants to be there for Andy every step of the way. But before he can join the toys, Stinky Pete reveals his true colors and betrays everyone and reveals his true intentions.
Fair? I'll tell you what's not fair. Spending a lifetime on a dime store shelf watching every other toy be sold. Well, finally my waiting has paid off, and no hand-me-down cowboy doll is gonna mess it up for me now!
So now the toys head to the elevator to save Woody. However, Zurg is there waiting for them, and we get a long overdue Star Wars reference.
Surrender, Buzz Lightyear. I have won.
I'll never give in. You killed my father.
No, Buzz. I am your father.
After they exit the elevator, Al drives off in his car, and the toys discover the Pizza Planet truck. The green aliens are also there. They use the truck to drive to the airport and catch up with Al. In the airport, they ride on the conveyor belt and realize that this journey might be harder than they thought. Buzz eventually finds Woody, but Stinky Pete starts fighting them. He eventually loses, but not before one last monologue.
Idiots! Children destroy toys! You'll all be ruined! Forgotten! Spending eternity rotting in some landfill!
So, they give Stinky Pete to a little girl.
I think it's time you learned the true meaning of playtime.
No! No! No!
Hi! You like Amy. She's an artist.
With Stinky Pete out of the way, they now have to save Jessie. She gets put on the airplane, but Woody comes in to save her. He convinces her to join them and to be Andy's toy. She accepts Woody's offer, but the plane starts taking off. Woody and Jessie hang off the airplane, and with the help of his pull string, they swing off the airplane and onto Bullseye. The toys make it back to Andy's house. Jessie and Bullseye are part of the gang. Wheezy gets a new squeaker, and everyone is happy. Needless to say, this movie is an awesome sequel. What makes this movie great, in my opinion, is that it keeps what is great about the original film and adds to it. With that being said, the original film is still better, but this film is still awesome. This film also blends comedy and emotional moments very well. This same film that had a very sad song about Jessie's backstory also had very comedic moments with characters such as Rex, who had his own little side plot about wanting to defeat Zurg. This film also did a good job at balancing characters. They each have their own role in the film and don't feel pointless. Also, don't worry guys, I will do Toy Story 3 in less time it took to make this video. But what do you guys think? Do you like this movie or not? Why? Tell me in the comments section. We have now reached the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you the next time I upload. See ya.